Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lily, and as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be testing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. So these are the Charlotte Tilbury products that I've got to test, and I've got pretty much enough for a whole full face, excluding a couple of powder products. So let's get into it. First off, I just want to say that I love the packaging that Charlotte Tilbury products come in, because the box is this gorgeous baby pink and metallic rose gold, and this is the Wonderglow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. So this claims to turn around the look of tired, dull skin in a beauty flash, powered by a fluorescent core. This glow primer gives the complexion an all-over soft focused spotlit effect. So we'll see whether it lives up to what it claims. And this is the little tube inside the box, which is 15 millilitres. So this actually looks like it has glitter or sort of a metallic effect to it, so I can imagine it's going to help brighten up my face. It does just feel like any sort of standard moisturiser, so it's quite nice and easy to blend into the skin. Yeah, that was really easy to blend in. It just absorbed really quickly and my skin doesn't feel tacky. It just feels soft and hydrated, and my skin hasn't been left looking really glittery or anything like that. It does have a bit of a sheen to it, but nothing crazy. So next up I've got the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It says it stays all day and night. So this is meant to be a long-lasting foundation. It says a full coverage foundation with a flawless matte long-lasting finish. And again, it's the same gorgeous packaging as before. I got my shade in Kohl, and it's really handy actually, because on the Charlotte Tilbury website there is a tool to help you find your perfect colour match, and I thought it was just going to be like selecting whether you're fair or medium toned or dark skinned and then your undertones, but actually it's really helpful because you can actually enter a brand of a foundation that you already use and you know that matches you, and you can select the colour of that foundation and then it will automatically recommend which colour to go for. So I thought that was really clever. So we're going to be putting that to the test as well and seeing whether this is a good colour match for me. This is what the bottle looks like, and it's lovely and weighty, and it's got this gorgeous frosted glass and the rose gold lid, and it's actually oval shaped. I thought it was going to be circular, but that's quite different. And inside the lid you've got a pump, so that's really nice. I'm going to start out with 2 pumps. So I was actually expecting it to be quite a thick consistency because it is a full coverage foundation, but it does feel like a really thin consistency, which is nice. It doesn't feel too cakey. I think this is quite a nice colour match so far. I'm really pleasantly surprised. I really liked that foundation, and I agree with the fact that it is full coverage because it's covered my blemishes and my discoloration, and it is a matte finish, and I didn't know if I was going to like that, but it doesn't feel dry or cakey and it doesn't look dry on the skin. It feels really lightweight. I still feel like there's a kind of luminous look to it, but maybe that's from the primer underneath. But yeah, I think it looks really nice and it was really easy to blend in, and my skin just looks really good, I think. So next up I'm going to be using the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I have actually used this before, but I can't remember how it performs. Unfortunately this shade is too dark for me, but I'm hoping that it will sort of counteract my dark circles anyway. So that shade definitely wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be now that it's all blended out, thank God. And that is a really full coverage concealer actually as well. So I'm actually really impressed with the coverage of those products. Considering Charlotte Tilbury is a luxury brand and it's really expensive, then it's good to know you do get decent coverage when you're told you will. So I just went away quickly to do my bronzer because unfortunately I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury bronzer to test. But next I'm very excited to test this eyeshadow palette and eyeliner because they sort of go together. This eyeliner is the Rock & Kohl Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade Elizabeth Violet. And it seems like the eye products have a different colour scheme, but it is this gorgeous burgundy with the same rose gold effect on it. So this is the colour of the eyeliner. And I want to actually attempt to recreate the look that they advertise for this eyeshadow palette, so I'm going to be starting with the eyeliner. So I'm going to attempt to draw a winged liner on my upper eyelid. I don't know how they make drawing a winged liner with a pencil look so easy, because this was really difficult. I mean, the pencil itself went on really softly and smoothly. It was just quite hard to create the wing shape. But yeah, it is a nice violet colour. It is more grey than I was expecting it to be. So this is the best we're going to get for now. But moving on to eyeshadow, we've got the Mesmerising Maroon Luxury Palette. I think this is part of the Colour Magic range. It says colour coded eyeshadows, so this is actually for green eyes, which I do have, so hopefully it will complement them nicely. This little palette is actually £40, which is a lot of money for 4 eyeshadows. That's £10 an eyeshadow, so I'm really hoping this is going to be an amazing eyeshadow set. But again, the packaging is stunning. So this is inside the palette. You get these 3 gorgeous red tone shades, and then you get a pink sort of champagne-y tone shade, and these 3 are shimmers and this one is a matte. And I don't know if you can see, but the mirror actually has a really tiny little star in the corner, so that's so cute. I'm just going to try and follow what it looks like they're doing in the video and hopefully end up with a similar look. I've got the eyeliner done already, and it looks like they're maybe starting with this colour all over the lid, so that's what I'm going to do. That's a really pretty shade. This is a gorgeous shimmery wine colour. And then I think I'm going to take a bit of this colour to smoke and blend out the edges. It is a bit strange how they did eyeliner first. I'd usually do eyeliner afterwards, but it looks gorgeous at the end, so I'm going to trust the process. So now I actually think I'm going to take a bit of the dark matte shade to deepen up the outer corners. And then I'm going to take the light shimmer on a small brush to do the inner corners. Ooh, that's so pretty. That really makes the inner corners pop. It actually also looks like they take a bit of that shimmer to go around the outer edges of the shadow, so that's what I'm going to do. Really sort of take that onto the brow bone a bit. Just sort of melts it into the brow bone. And a tiny bit on the lid. And then I've got the same tiny eye pencil that they've got, and I'm just going to take a bit of this shade and run it under my lower lash line. This is really nice actually because it's triangular shaped, but it is discontinued unfortunately, I think. So now that that's done, I'm just going to touch up a bit of the pencil eyeliner, and then I'm going to smudge it out into the eyeshadow like in the video. So the eyeliner didn't really want to smudge. It was just taking off the eyeshadow a bit, so I've just left it as an unsmudged eyeliner, and that's what I'm going to go with. I don't actually think this is the exact same pencil as they used in that little video. I think that was one of the dual-ended ones, but those are out of stock. But I'm still going to smudge a bit of this onto my lower lash line like in the video. So those eyeshadows were really easy to blend, and I think they're beautiful shades. Are they worth £10 each? I'm not sure, but they did blend beautifully and they're gorgeous and shimmery. And yeah. So lastly, moving on to lips, I'm going to use this Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize lip liner. And this is in the shade Pillow Talk, and then I've got the Pillow Talk lipstick to follow. So I have overlined my lips a little bit, and now I'm just going to go in with this very small Pillow Talk lipstick, and hopefully it will be the perfect match. This is how tiny it is, but let's see how it applies. Yeah, so that lipstick feels really nice. It went on really smoothly and feels really creamy and not dry. And that's like the perfect nude shade, and it smells really nice as well. So I just went away quickly to apply some mascara because I didn't have a Charlotte Tilbury one, but this is my finished full face of Charlotte Tilbury, and I think it turned out really nicely. I'm really happy with it. This is what the eyes look like up close. As you can see, the shadows are beautifully shimmery, and I think this look does complement my green eyes really nicely actually. And I really liked a lot of the products that I tried. I think my favourites would have to be the foundation. I think it did a really amazing job. It was full coverage, lightweight. I can't even feel it on my skin, to be honest, so I do agree with the fact that it is called the Airbrush foundation. Whether it lasts all day and all night, I don't know yet, but I think it's worth the money, and the shade finder actually worked because it matched my skin tone really nicely, so I'm happy about that. And even though it was matte, it's not like dry or cracking, it just looks really nice. So yeah, I really recommend that. I did also really like the eyeshadow quad. I don't know whether it's quite worth the money, but they are beautiful eyeshadows and blended beautifully. And you could get a few looks out of this if you wanted. You could go for a really dark look or a lighter look or somewhere in the middle. So yeah, the concealer I was quite happy with, although I think you could get a high coverage concealer from a different brand that didn't cost quite as much. And the lip liner was okay, but again I think you can get cheaper lip liners that do the same sort of job. I did really like the lipstick, and the primer was okay, but it didn't blow me away. It wasn't hugely special, but it did a nice job of making my skin feel moisturised, and I think it did sort of add a bit of luminosity to the foundation. So yeah, overall I think you do get what you pay for with Charlotte Tilbury because they are all beautifully packaged and they're really good quality, but I do think you could get a couple of dupes for some of the products elsewhere. So that's the end of the video, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, that would be amazing, and press the little bell icon to be notified when I next upload. I post lots of beauty and makeup style videos, so you might want to stick around for that, and I'll see you in the next one.